Sorry. I have to use my Spotify. Sorry. I mean, you can listen to it for 8 minutes. I don't know how long you're running.
Hello,
Hey, are you coming on to my class today?
I am.
Can you do me a favor? Can you go on Zoom and see if I'm on? Because I feel like I messed something up and it has me Coppermine twice. So I just want to make sure I'm not like in my class without being the host, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you have the Zoom number?
Hold on. It is,
Wait a second.
okay.
Let me get in. I
Yeah.
wasn't in.
I think I entered as a guest, not as the host.
Oh, so now you're not.
And now I'm not hosting. I mean, it doesn't have me as a host. The number is, are you ready?
No.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I know what. Spell Christine with an R at the end. I usually just do your Facebook, so.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, well, maybe she could just, I mean, I have like 6 minutes, maybe I can fix it. But I don't know once I've done that, if I can change that.
Go all the way back out. And, okay. So I go into meetings, right?
Yeah. And it should have.
See, now it personally puts me into a meeting.
Right. That's what it did for me. And now I'm in the meeting, but I'm in as me, but not as the host. So if you put in.
How about schedule? No, that's scheduling a meeting.
I mean, I could try it on my phone, and if my phone works, then I guess I could switch and do music on. But I think if I hit.
That's kind of weird.
Oh, now, okay. Hi, Kim.
Here's a new meeting. Okay. What's your?
Okay. Well, someone just came in, so it must be working.
So why do you think we can't get in? Like, I can't get into a meeting now.
Well, so sometimes when I have to ask Kat, but sometimes when I sign in, it's signing me in as a participant, not as the host. Kimberly, can you hear me okay?
I can, yes.
Okay, she can hear me. Okay, so I guess I am as a host. That's fine. I just was afraid.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, you take your time.
It's
okay.
so weird though, Allison, because I can't get in like to yours on Zoom, and this is what I like haven't been able to do that. It's just weird.
Yeah, and last night I taught, and it was one person was there on Zoom. Now I had quite a few people on Facebook, but I didn't have really, so I just wonder if it's working, but I haven't gotten any feedback. Maybe I'll ask that today. Like, if you have any feedback about Zoom, let me know whether this is, working for you. Okay, well, so I'm good to go so far.
Okay.
I'll see you on Facebook. All right, bye. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Allison.
Hi, how are you?
Good. You were asking, is Zoom not working for you?
Well, so what happened was when I went in, it usually has me start the meeting, and it didn't have me start the meeting. It had me going in as a participant. So I was afraid maybe you guys couldn't see me or hear me,
Uh-huh.
but you can see me and hear me. Okay.
Yes, I can. Do you have anybody doing Zoom other than me?
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 other people.
Because I'm
I'm
just not a Facebook girl, you know.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. As long as I just didn't want to not be able to, I knew quite a few people have been doing Zoom. I didn't want to be able to not be in it. How are you doing?
I'm okay. No, I'm glad you're here. That makes it worth it.
Yeah.
Going through all this stuff. So thank
Another
you.
day.
Thank
All right.
you, Allison.
All right. So when I get started, that thing with my thing now is it says I can't mute people. So when I get started, if you could just mute your microphone, that would be
I'll do
awesome.
it right now.
All right. Thanks, babe.
I love you.
Love you. Good morning, everyone. I think you can probably see me. Hopefully you can hear me. We're going live in about 2 minutes. We're going to do yoga and I'm going to infuse core. And we're going to go about an hour. So if you don't have an hour, then do what you can. But I'm going to do yoga moves, infuse core. Remember, child's pose is always there for you. So do what works for you. I am having music. I'll play music in the background. But it is a Spotify royalty free. It's not my usual music that I like to play. So if you have other music you want to play, go for it. We're going to get started in about 2 minutes. Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. We made it to the hump day. We're going to get started. I'm going to infuse yoga and core. We're going to go about an hour. So if you don't have that long, you can get into your Shavasana when you need to get into Shavasana. So we're going to start, since we're infusing core, we're going to start on our backs. And we're going to get in position on asana called Supta Baddha Konasana, which is your soles of your feet together, your knees wide. And we're just going to lie down on the floor and just feel our low back get pressed into the earth. Our knees are wide. And just press the knees down and feel that engagement of your lower back to the earth. Take your hands behind your head and we're just going to start by crunching. Let's get our body temperature up. It's a little colder this morning. Lifting and lowering. Awesome. Hopefully you can see me, you can hear me. Let's get this body temperature up together. So now you're just going to lift your feet a couple inches off the floor. So you're still in that Supta Baddha Konasana. You're pressing your feet together. Your low back is pressed into the floor and you're lifting your shoulder blades off the floor. 8 more. 7. Keep breathing on that way down. 4 more. And 3. Awesome. Now you're going to lower all the way down. Lower the feet down. Lower the head down. Press your feet into the floor. And now we're going to do this with a rotation. So you're going to come up. You're going to rotate right. come back up, go down. Now we're gonna rotate left, come back up and go down. So it's up, rotate, back up and down. Hopefully this will get your body temperature up, warm you up a little bit. It's up, rotate, back up and down, up, good. 2 more. So go up and rotate, back up. Last one, up and rotate and back down. Good. Now lift the feet off the floor, but cross at the ankles. You're gonna try to bring the elbows up to the knees. So you're gonna try to touch. Now, if you want, you can lift the hips off the floor and get the knees and the elbows to connect and actually get a little bit of a pelvic tilt there if you want. If that doesn't feel right, then don't do that. But you're crunching, and the most important thing about crunching is to get the shoulder blades off the floor. So it's 8, 7, you don't even need to go all the way back down. Good, 4 more, and 3, and 2, 1 more, and release. Lower the head down, lower the feet back down, press into the earth. And now you're gonna tuck your hands, so lift your hips up, tuck your hands underneath your hips. Some people like to put their hands to the sides. You do what works for you. Legs are straight up. We're gonna lower it down, and we're gonna lift it back up. We're gonna lower down. So if you're going too fast, you're not gonna feel this in your core. If you want to increase the intensity, you can look at your toes. Good, now let's play around. Point the toes down, flex the feet on the way up. Point the toes down, flex the feet on the way up. 2 more. Just warming the body up. 1 more. Good, now take it all the way up and hold. Rest your head, rest your shoulders. Now we're gonna slowly lower the legs down for 3, 2, take it down, hold, your feet are 2 inches off the floor. Now start to lift the legs back up slowly. As they rise up, bring your head back down. 4 more of those. So slowly lower the feet down, 2 inches away from the earth. Good, now slowly bring the legs back up. 3 more. Slowly lower them down, look at your feet, look at your toes. Slowly come back up. 2 more. Slow, come back up. 1 more time, 1 more. Look at those toes and hold. Little kicks for 8, 7. Point those toes, lift the chest up a little higher, and now release to the floor. Hands come over your head, take a nice deep stretch. On your next exhale, rise up, full boat. So get into that full boat. Maybe grab underneath of your thighs. Feel comfortable, feel sturdy there. Grab your big toes, if you can. Try. Grab the big toes with those peace sign fingers, and then see if you can straighten your legs. Find that stillness. Release the right hand. Release the left hand and hold. For 4. And today I want you, even though we're infusing core, I want you to think about ways in which you can really engage more of your core through every one of your postures. Slowly lower down for 4. Keep that core engaged. 3, 2, and release. Bring your knees into your chest. So that was just a couple minutes, 5 minutes of core. Now we're going to infuse that core in our practice. Rock and roll on your back. Feel your low back press to the floor. And then you're going to find your way to your first down dog. You might vinyasa through. And come back to your down dog. Press your feet into the mat, just the balls of your feet. Let the heels hover the earth. Bend the knees generously. Really bend the knees. Drop your chest closer to your thighs. Feel that. Should feel good. And then start to straighten the legs by lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. Keep pressing your chest towards your toes. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Find space there. Take 3 deep breaths here. And as you're breathing through, pull that core in. Tuck that belly button towards your spine. Try to think of that throughout the whole entire practice today. Big toes to touch. Right leg's going to go straight back. Now we're going to slowly bring that right foot. Slowly, slowly. Right foot's going to land right outside the right hand. Now, always try to look, when you do these exercises, these core engaging exercises, look to the direction of where you're placing your foot. So I'm looking right at my right hand. And I'm going to use my core. I'm going to lift my right foot off the floor. It's super, super hard. I'm going to take my right leg straight back and lower it back down. Left leg's going to go straight back. As high as I can get my left leg, I might start to even press my chest towards my toes more. And I'm going to slowly, really slow, engaging that core, place the left foot to the outside of the left hand. I'm going to look to my left hand. So one thing for me, when I place that foot down, I was a little bit heavy on that. So I'm going to try to engage a little more core than swinging that leg. So now I'm going to lift that left foot off the floor slowly. Slowly using my core, take that leg back, lift it up as high as I can. Good, lower it down. We're going to do it one more time on each side. So right leg's going to go straight back. It's going to slowly come around. I'm going to slowly place the foot to the floor. Much better, Allison. Look to your right hand. So these are these things you're thinking for yourself. Can you engage more core and not rely on that shoulder strength? So lift the right foot up, take it back slow, use that core, reach it back as high as you can go, lower it down. Left leg goes straight back. So my awareness of my body is on my left side. I'm so much tighter. So that's why I think I stopped that foot. So I'm going to bring that left foot around. I'm going to engage the core and then slowly, goes better, place the left foot down. So it's awareness, it's not judgment, it's not beating yourself up. Lift that left foot up and back, take it back as high as you can. And place that left foot back down, down dog, 3 breaths. We're gonna move on to sun A. We're doing 3 sun A's, and then we'll move on to sun B. So look to your hands, step or float to the front of your mat. Half lift, fold. You're going to rise up. As you rise up, you're going to reach up. Maybe reach back to the back of the room. Fold forward. Come to your half lift. Lengthen your spine. Ground your hands in. Walk back. Float back. Do a chaturanga. Come to upward facing dog. Let's go back to chaturanga. This is hard. This is hard. Come up to a high plank. Down dog. Take 1 deep breath. Look to your hands. Step or float. Half lift. Fold. Rise up. As you rise up, make it bigger this time. Fold forward. Half lift. Into your high plank. Try that chaturanga. Up dog. Back to chaturanga. High plank. Down dog. One more time. On your next exhale, look to your hands, step or float. Half lift, fold, and now rise. And fold. Half lift into your high plank. Chaturanga, up dog, back to chaturanga. Come on, you're strong, you're strong. High plank, down dog. Moving on to sun B. Before we do that, 5 times, hop both feet on the outside of your hands. So get a little momentum here. Hop out, hop back, hop out, hop back. 3 more. Don't go super fast. Use some strength in your legs. And then come back to your down dog. Look to your hands. Step or float to the front of your mat. Half lift, fold, queen chair, big toes to touch. Bring your hands to the top of your thighs. Feel that length in your spine first. And then reach your arms forward. Lower the hips down. Pull the core in. And as you breathe, see if you can sit a little lower, putting the weight into the heels of the feet. 2 more breaths. Come on, go a little lower. Challenge yourself today. And now release, fold forward. Half lift into your high plank. Do that chaturanga up dog. Try that chaturanga again. High plank. Step your right leg through. Warrior 1. So take a couple breaths to get into the posture. Hopefully you're warmed up by now. And I want you to switch it up today. Eagle arm. So right arm is under. Get that bind. Now drop the right shoulder to the inside of your right knee. Then let your head hang in between your biceps. Let your head hang. See if you can go deeper into the posture by letting that head hang. Now you're going to slowly, now tap into that core. Use the core, use that right leg. Lift up, now start to reach the fingertips. So the fingers of the left hand are going to reach up and over. So stay in this posture. And then release. Vinyasa through. Add that extra chaturanga in if you can. Left leg steps, warrior 1. So get in it first with the legs. Right hip comes forward, left hip comes back. Left arm under. And now drop it in. So see if you can get the left shoulder to the inside of your left knee and let the head fall forward. Get so deep into it that you feel the outer edge of that right foot peel off the earth, or that right foot's moving. Now engage with the core. Use that left leg to lift you up. Maybe you can go further back on this side. And then release. Only the first time through are we doing that. Add that chaturanga in again. Up dog. Woo. Come back to your down dog. So let's flow that any way you want. I did this Monday. If you want to add it in, you can. I think it feels super good. So anything that feels super good, I like to add in. So sunbeam, warrior 1, flow. Look to your hands, step or float. Half lift, fold, queen chair. So we're going to stay in queen chair for a moment. So go as low as you can. So if you can drive those hips down in line with your knees, and then peek at your toes. Wiggle your toes. And now start to drop your chest to your thighs. Reach your hands forward and hold. Hold here for 3. You're looking down. You're reaching those fingers forward. 1 more breath. And now release, fold forward. Half lift into your high plank. Chaturanga, up dog, back to chaturanga, high plank, right leg steps, warrior 1 flow. Reach up, maybe reach back. And then release, vinyasa through. Add that extra chaturanga in if you can. Step your left leg through, warrior 1. Reach up, reach back. And then release. Do that 1 more time. So you vinyasa through, make that yours. Step the right leg through, warrior 1. Maybe you're going faster, maybe you're going slower. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Keep moving. Step your left leg through, warrior 1. And then release. Come back to your down dog. Find your way. Connect with your breath. So maybe your heart rate goes up on that. Connect with your breath. Slow it back down. Walk it out to a high plank, infusing that core. Look forward, and you're gonna rock forward. So I come on the tips of my toes, and then come back to the balls of my feet. Tips of my toes. Now you can do this on your knees too. One of the most important things you can do here is keep your gaze forward. Engage that long line. The gaze keeps your spine in a long line and also engages more of your muscles. Keep those shoulders rocking forward and back. 4 and 3, 2, solid in your legs. Press back, down dog. Look to your hands, step or float. You decide. Half lift. Fold, go into queen chair. Land in it, getting in it. So if you feel like you're not being challenged enough, drop the hips even further down, keep that long spine. Drop the chest towards your thighs. And now this time, you're gonna take the arms out wide. So it's airplane arms, palms face down. Shoulders, make it really, like lift those shoulders up and back, flat spine. If you can go lower, it's gonna be a little bit harder. For 3. Weight, you can wiggle all 10 toes because that weight is all the way back. And now release, fold forward. Half lift. You can walk, you can float however you want. High plank, chaturanga, up dog. Do that chaturanga because you can. Up dog. Good, down dog, sorry. Right leg steps, warrior 1. And open to warrior 2. Right thigh is parallel to the earth. Take the arms parallel to the earth. Super strong here. Holding. Stay in it. So now we've gone from movement to stillness. Holding there. Press that right knee out towards the right pinky toe. Left hand lifts a little bit higher. Right hand reaches, your gaze is forward. Now, take your left hand behind your back. Maybe just rest on your low back. Straighten your right leg, come onto the heel of your right foot. Reach your right arm back. It just feels good. And then release. You find your way back to your down dog. Step your left leg through, warrior 1, and then open up to warrior 2. And again, take a moment. That right hip comes back, left hip goes back, left knee is outside so that you can get that left thigh parallel, bend that left knee even more, arms are parallel to the earth. And we're just gonna hold this, we're gonna find that stillness. Right here in this asana, in warrior 2, can you pull your belly button more in towards your spine? So much going on here. Right arm goes around your back. Just let it rest on your low back. You're gonna start to straighten your left leg. Come onto the heel of your left foot. Reach that left hand back. So when we flow, you wanna go into this instead of warrior 2, feel free if it feels good. And then release. And vinyasa. Back to your down dog. Find your way. Maybe you have that chaturanga in there, maybe not. Come to a high plank. This time we're going to come to a forearm plank, infusing our core. So when you get into forearm plank, same thing. Think about reaching the top of your head forward. So you're looking forward. Your shoulders are over top of your elbows, and you're on the tips of your toes. And you're gonna hold, or you're gonna rock forward and back. But as you rock, as you add that movement in, keep the alignment the same. Don't change the alignment. 4, 3, 2, now go back, find that stillness, hold here. Come up to your high plank, chaturanga, up dog, back to chaturanga, high plank, down dog. Let's put that together. Look to your hands. Step or float to the front of your mat. Half lift. Fold. Queen chair, land in. Big toes to touch. Heels are slightly apart. Lengthen your spine first. Pull the belly button towards your spine. And now use your body, use your breath. Get deeper into the posture. And now smile. Smile. Drop your chest to your thighs. Reach your hands to the front of the room. Smile even more, bigger smile. Let your chest feel the top of your thighs. Yes, connect them. Reach your arms to the back of the room. Feeling this. Shoulders go up and back. And now release, forward, forward. Half lift into your high plank. Maybe you walk back, maybe you float back. Chaturanga, up dog, chaturanga, high plank. Step your right leg through. Warrior one. Open up to warrior two. Reverse, maybe you straighten that right leg. Do what works for you. Vinyasa through, you're gonna go to the left side. Go at your own pace. Step your left leg through. Warrior one. Open up to warrior two. Flip your left hand, reverse. And release. So this time through, I'm not gonna straighten that leg. I'm gonna stay in my warrior two. Do what you wanna do. Oh, we're flowing this. This matches your breath. Make sure you're breathing to match every one of your asanas. Every posture, every breath, it matches. And then find your way back to down dog. Feel your down dog. 2 breaths here, that's it, just 2. Feel that. What feels good? Does it feel good to bend the knees? Maybe you need child's pose. Do what works. Big toes to touch. Right leg goes straight back. Bend your knee. Open your hip. Maybe you flip over. So I'm walking my feet a little bit closer together. All 10 toes face the direction I'm going in, right? And I'm holding. Now you're gonna flip on back, 3-legged dog. Right leg goes straight back. Step it through, deep lunge. Hold that deep lunge, look forward. Now, bring that left hand closer to your right foot. Spin that right foot around. Bring it back more to midline of your mat. But open up both soles of your feet. Hold here. Look to your right hand. Now try this for as long as you can. Peace sign fingers. Grab that big toe. See if you can lift that right leg straight up, slow, slow. Now drop it back. Open up. High plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Chaturanga. High plank. Down dog. Big toes to touch. Left leg goes straight back. Bend your knee, open your hip. Maybe you flip over. So my feet stick around to the back of my mat. Walk them closer together. Lift up for 3. Feel that strength in your right shoulder. For 2. Slowly flip on back. Left leg's gonna go back as high as you can. Higher than you thought you could take it. Step it through. Deep lunge. Hold that deep lunge. Feel that stretch. Start to walk your right hand over to your left foot. You turn to the left side of your room. Scoot this left foot back. Reach your left arm up. That might feel good. It might be really hard. Open up the soles of your feet. Now take your left hand, your peace sign fingers. Grab your left big toe. Try it. Try it. You might surprise yourself. You might. You need to release, release. Take that leg back and open up. High plank. chaturanga, up dog, chaturanga, high plank, down dog. A little more core, because it's so fun. High plank. Now go to a forearm plank. Now you might stay here, or bring your bring your thumbs together. Walk your feet closer to your hands. Yeah, get those hips up. Look at your thumbs. Nose to thumb. Nose to thumb. Shoulder straight. Pull that core in. 4, 3, 2. Good. Now take it back. Forearm plank. Separate those hands. Take your right hand. Make a fist. Take it over to your left elbow. Now you're on your right forearm. Side plank. Lift your left hip up as high as you can. And now come back down, forearm plank. To a high plank. Left hand goes to the center, turn to your right. Side plank. Reach your top arm forward. So as I reach my top arm forward, I think of lifting my right hip higher. Top arm around your back, look up, lift up. High plank. Forearm plank. Thumbs together, walk your feet together. Walk them closer. So maybe you just hold this. Maybe the push-ups, the dolphin push-ups are too much. That's okay. Hold it, build that strength. Pull your core in. 3 more. 2 more. Go back to your forearm plank. Separate your hands. Make a fist with your left hand. Take it over to your right elbow. Forearm side plank on this side. Lift this hip up. Look up. Feel your left obliques. Come back to your forearm plank. High plank. Right hand walks to the center. Turn to your left. A lot of oblique work here. Reach that top arm forward. Top arm goes around, look up, lift up. And then release, chaturanga, up dog, back to chaturanga, high plank, down dog. Big toes to touch, right leg goes straight back. Right knee, right tricep, to your left tricep, to your right wrist, to your left wrist, knee to your nose, step it through, deep lunge. Hold that deep lunge. Get into your crescent lunge. So let's go back to what we did in the beginning. Get into those eagle arms, right arm under. Drop the forearms to the inside of your right knee and hold. So I want you to try to come more on the ball of your left foot. So your left heel is directly over top of the ball of your left foot. Right leg is doing a lot of work. Hold here. Find stillness. Use the strength in your right leg and your core to lift back up. As you lift up, reach your left fingers up to the ceiling and over your head. And now release, hands to heart center. Twist to your right. So everybody has a different place they want to be. Maybe it's different today than it was the other day. If you're going further, go further. That means your left hand might drop to the floor. Your right hand might reach. If you go there and that doesn't feel right, mix it up. You can also take your right arm around your back. You can also go for the full bind. Uh-oh. Keep going, keep going. Something happened to Zoom people. Uh-oh. Zoom people, are you still there?
I am, Allison.
Okay, okay. I don't know. Something happened to my screen. Sorry. Good. Come back up to your crescent lunge. Sorry. Open up to warrior 2. So your right leg should be feeling something right now. Warrior 2, find stillness.
Reverse your right hand. Right forearm to the top of your right thigh. Left arm to the reach. Maybe you go for a half or a full bind. If you get the full bind at your right hip joint, lift that left shoulder. Walk that left leg forward. If not, stay exactly where you are. You can stand on the right leg or the left leg. Right leg standers, you're doing this. Left leg, you're doing this. Either one, find stillness. Some of you might still be in that warrior two. And I'm falling. Do what works for you. Trying to make sure everybody knows their place. So you might be here. Wherever you are, come back to warrior two. You've been on this right leg a lot. Stay in it. Super strong. This is your challenge. Don't come out. Reach both arms to the front of the room. Look underneath your left underarm. And now slowly start to straighten that right leg. Keep the arms straight or reach the hands to the back of the room, especially that right palm. Reach it back, but look forward. And then release. Vinyasa through. Chaturanga, up dog. Back to chaturanga, high plank. Big toes to touch. Left leg goes straight back. Left knee, left tricep. To the right tricep. To the left wrist. To the right wrist. Knee to your nose. Step it through. Crescent lunge. Rise up. Left arm under. Eagle arms. Now, if that bind doesn't work, you can always bring your forearms together. So you see I'm already pushing forward with my right foot so I can get my right heel in line with the ball of my left foot. My left shoulder is going to come to the inside of my left knee. Now come up slowly, slowly. Reach the fingertips up and back. Stay super strong in your legs. Push in with both feet. Go back another inch or two back. Then hands to your heart center. Twist over to your left. So again, do what works for you. You might stay in prayer. You might separate your arms. So your right arm might go outside your left leg. Do what works for you. If it doesn't feel right, go back to that prayer. And then you're going to release and come all the way up to warrior two. Get in this left leg. Don't let that left leg cheat you. Stay in it. Flip your left hand, reverse. Left forearm to the top of your left thigh, right arm reaches. So in a side angle here. There are so many variations you can take. Doesn't have to be one. Now you can do that half bind or full bind. So if you're doing the full bind, you already know that. Then you wouldn't go there if you didn't. Left arm goes underneath that left leg and it connects with your right hand. If you're not doing that, try this instead. If you are taking the bind and you're standing on your right and your left, go for it for 3. If you're staying in your warrior two, bend that left knee a little bit more. Awesome, stay with me, right shoulder lifts. Everybody come back to the warrior two. And now reach both arms to the front of the room. So lengthen both arms. Look underneath your right underarm. Breathe, make sure you're connecting with that breath. This is hard on that left leg. Start to straighten your left leg. Relief on the left leg. Left palm presses to the back of the room. Now you're looking forward, but arms are straight. So go back even more. And then release. High plank to your chaturanga, to your up dog, back to your chaturanga, high plank, down dog. First power posture done. Look to your hands, step, or you can float to the front of your mat. Half lift, fold, queen chair. So land in, get in it. Hands to your heart. You're gonna twist over to your right. So when we twist, we wanna make sure our knees stay in alignment. So as you bring that elbow across, you get into your prayer, take a gaze back at your knees. Make sure they're together. And the left knee should not be forward. It should be in alignment. And lift your heart. So from here, you might split the hands. You might bind. You might stand. 3 more breaths. If you're splitting the hands, try to look up to the right hand. Reach those fingertips back. Lower your hips. And now release. Fold forward. So your feet are just a couple inches apart. Wrap your arms around the sides of your legs. Grab the opposite shin. Use that bind, straighten those legs. And then you're going to release. Deep squat, crow, whatever you want. If you're working on crow, tuck the knees up towards the underarms. Try to get your knees as close to your underarms as you can. And then you've got to trust yourself and be willing to lean forward. Maybe you lift one toe off the floor. Maybe you lift both. If you're able to lift both, bring those big toes to touch. And then you're trying to lengthen out your arms to build up that strength. Number one thing, pull that core in. Strong core, strong shoulders. You've got this for 3. Now, if you want to jump back, you can jump back. Maybe you just walk back, find your way to down dog. Last power posture. Look to your hands, step or float. Do what works for you. Half lift, fold, queen chair. So the big toes touch. Take your time, align it right. Get your heels slightly apart. Bring the hands to your thighs. You don't have to rush everything. Bring the knees together, arms reach up, sit down in that chair, then bring your hands to your heart, twist over to your left. The most important thing is try to get the hips as low as you can. Strong, getting strong in this area. Press the hips down, twist over to the left, and then make sure your knees are in alignment. I'm gonna stay right here because this feels super good, and I know it's hard. If you wanna split your hands, if you wanna bind, go for that. But I'm gonna use my breath to drop down my hips low and my heart high. So every time I exhale, I'm gonna lift my chest another inch. 2 more breaths. And it helps if I look up and then release, fold forward. Just take your arms, wrap them around the backs of your legs. Again, kiss your chest to your thighs. Grab opposite elbows. Fold forward, draw your chin to your chest. And then release, next deep squat or crow. You do you. You do you. From here, some of my people here, maybe one leg, and the other one. Core, core. Oh, what it feels like to have our head down and our hips up. Slowly find your way back to your down dog. So maybe you go back into your crow. Find your way. Maybe you fall off your mat. Who cares? Now we're gonna flow some balance postures in. We're gonna do 1 round of this for time's sake. Big toes to touch. Take your left leg straight back, so lift it up as high as you can. And now you're gonna slowly step it through, deep lunge. So walk that left foot forward, fingertips to the earth, hold. Strength and power in that left leg. Left knee is over top of the ankle, thighs parallel. My abdominal muscles are touching my left thigh. I'm gonna lift up to a half crescent lunge. Pull your core in. Slowly rise all the way up. And now from here, strength and power in this left leg, eagle on the right. So find your way that works for you. The right leg comes over. And you find eagle by bending the left knee and the left ankle, not by dropping the hips. I'm sorry, leaning forward. You're not leaning forward. The hinge does not come, the forward hinge from your hips. You're dropping your hips low, but it comes from the knee joint and the ankle joint. Right arm under. And now draw the shoulders down and back, pull the belly button to your spine. Slowly rise, bring that right knee into your chest. Arms go over your head. Now really super strong in that left side of your body. You're gonna float that right leg all the way back. You're gonna flex that right foot. Reach the fingertips of your hands to the back of your robe. And now you're gonna try, take your hands, grab your left ankle, but don't touch the floor, just the ankle. If you touch the floor like I just did, you can. Rise back up, airplane. Feel a lot of strength in that left leg. Drop it back into your crescent lunge. Reach up, maybe reach back to the back of the room. Your left leg should be on fire. You can hold it. You can hold it. One more breath. And then release. Vinyasa through. Maybe you still have that chaturanga up dog, chaturanga going. Big toes to touch. Your right leg will go straight back. Step it through, deep lunge. Walk that right foot forward. Right knee is over top of the ankle, left leg is straight. Hover your hands. Hover the hands. Feel the abs touching the right thigh. Just feel that. And then you're going to slowly rise. Half crescent lunge. Relying on this right leg to be super strong for you right now. Come all the way up, crescent lunge. So get upright, left leg is straight, right knee is over top of the ankle. And now you're gonna go into eagle on your left. So I know my right leg is in a better place right now than my left leg. Whoop. So I'm hopefully gonna have more success on this side. Bending the knee and the ankle. So my point is, take awareness of your body. We are so lucky we have this time, we have this place, we have this body to do these things for us. Release, go all the way up. Think not what your body is not doing for you. Think what your body is doing for you. There's no sense to think the other way. Left leg reaches back, fingertips reach back. If you focus on what your body can do for you today, and you continue to work on those things, then those other things we don't want to think about start to get better. So take your hands, grab your right ankle. Left leg lifts. You might know, like for me, I carry all my injuries on my left side. Maybe injuries carried for you on one side or the other. And that's why we do this work. We do one-legged work. Come back up to airplane. But without the awareness, we have no idea. Press in with that right foot. Hopefully the midline of your right foot. Come back up to your airplane. And now reach that left leg all the way back into crescent lunge. You're going to hold that crescent lunge. Get in it strong. And hold. Reach the thumbs to the back of the room. And then release. Vinyasa, back to down dog. Woo! So sometimes the balance series is harder for people than the power series. Press your chest to your toes. Take one more deep breath. We're going to do one more posture. Step or float to the front of your mat. I'm gonna come to the center, and I have a friend here. And we're gonna do tree. So you're gonna grab your right foot. You're gonna tuck it either on the inside. I like to place it right on top of my thigh. And then you're gonna draw your knee down and back. And then from here, you're gonna take your arms wherever you want. Maybe you lift them straight up. We're gonna hold for 3 breaths. But make sure you're pressing that knee down and back and challenging the left side of your body again. If you reach the arms up, look up, which might throw your balance off, but who cares? Lift your ribs away from your abs. And now slowly bring your hands to heart center. I'm gonna shift the weight of my foot off the outside of my leg. I'm gonna bring my elbows to my knee and my ankle. Some of you are gonna go into the arm balance. Go for it. Some of you are gonna drop your left side of your body down a little bit more. Here's the other thing you can try. You can take that bind, right arm around, left arm around your back, and you could stand up with that right leg if you want. Or you can just stay right here and get a really strong stretch, and also power and strength on that left leg. So now I'm gonna drop my hands to the earth and see if I can straighten my left leg. Look at my left knee for 3. And now release. Slowly rise, tree on your left. So, very difficult time. We might get a little stressed. We might be carrying stress in our hips. Spending a little bit of time on that right now. So left leg goes to the right leg. Just make sure you're not putting your left foot directly on your kneecap, okay? Don't do that. Good. Press the knee down and back, shoulders are down and back, and maybe you lift those arms again. Maybe you find a bind. Maybe you go back to heart center. What feels right? Then bring your hands to prayer. Shift the weight off to the outside of your right foot. Now, when you bring the elbows, go here first, because this will help you if you're going for the arm balance. You're just a light touch. You're not dumping into those joints. Just a light touch. Balance, finding balance. Maybe you start to drop that right glute down towards the earth. Hands go to the earth. If you're tight in your hips, you should feel this. See if you can straighten your right leg and look at your right knee for 3. And then release your left leg to the earth. Slowly rise all the way up. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. And now take that half lift into your high plank. And hold your high plank. Hold your high plank. So look at your hands. Make sure your fingers are spread wide. And you're just holding. Separate your feet so they're a little wider than your hips. Look forward. And now tap your right hand to your left shoulder. Left hand to your right shoulder. Right to left. Left to right. 8, 7. Focus on that core. Try not to rock the hips. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Hold here. Walk your feet together. High plank. If you need to drop to your knees, drop to your knees. Lift your right foot off the floor. Tap your right foot out. Bring it back in. Out. You'll feel your left quad turn on more. Now you're relying on your legs and your core. 2 more. Bring it, 1 more. Bring it in. Big toes to touch. Lift the left foot off the floor. Tap it out. Bring it back in. Now the right quad's gonna have to engage a little bit more. Stay strong in your shoulders. Breathing, pull that core in. 3, 2, 1 more. And now come back, separate your feet, shoulder width apart, press back down dog. A little more core there. Pull your belly button to your spine. And now come back to your high plank and slowly lower it all the way down to your belly. Now take your right ear to the mat. I'm going to do my left just so I can see you. I can't really see you. Palms face down. And now tuck your forehead to your mat. Walk your big toes to touch. Start to peel your legs off the earth. Take your hands off the earth. Then lift your forehead off the earth. And now you're going to take a few deep breaths. And with your exhale, you're going to lift up higher. The only thing I don't want you to lift is your gaze. Keep your gaze straight down. Try to get a little bit more of your sternum off the earth. And then release. Go to the opposite ear and relax. See if you can completely relax to the mat. Bring that forehead back down to the earth, hands behind your head. Keep your feet into the earth. And now just lift, touch your nose to your mat, and then lift away. Keep crunching. Try to lift your elbows all up as well as lifting your head, but keep your gaze straight down. 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and release. Bring your hands right next to your chest, and now start to lift your body. Keep those elbows pressed, but you're keeping your thighs to the earth. So you might be able to straighten your arms. Maybe that's too much, back off. If it hurts your low back, don't do it. But this might feel really good. And now release. Take your arms to a capital T. Take your right leg over. Walk this right hand a little bit closer. Use it. Take your left ear to the mat. Use that right hand to help you open that right side of your body. I want you to feel this in your left shoulder as well. Spine and left shoulder. And then come back to center. Let's do that again. Bring your hands, tuck them in, close to your chest. Squeeze those elbows into the midline of your body and then lift up. Go up as high as you're comfortable. And then slowly release. Make your arms to a capital T again. Take your left leg over your right leg. Bring that left hand closer, right ear down. Start to open the left knee. And come back. A few good twists of the spine. And now we're going to come to upward facing dog. So a lot of people do upward facing dog wrong. You're on the flat part of your feet. You're not on the tips of your toes. And you're walking your hips forward. Draw your shoulders down and back. And then really, really slow. Stay on the balls. Stay on the flat part of your feet as long as you can. Lift your hips up. Use your core. If you're still on the flat part of your feet, that might feel really good on your feet. And then come back to your down dog. Lift your hips up. Get a great stretch. And now you're in your down dog. You're pushing your hands in the mat as if you're pushing the mat forward. Spread those fingers wide. Use your whole hand. Now start to drop the knees down towards the floor, but keep the hips up. Don't collapse in your hips. Hold here for 3. And then release your knees to the earth. So your knees are about shoulder width apart. Take your hands behind you. Your fingers are facing towards your toes. You're going to lift your feet I mean, your knees off the floor. Little stretch on the top of your feet. Now we're going to release. You're going to curl your toes. Sit back on the heels of your feet. Come upright, shoulders over top of your hips, stretching the arches of our feet. Man, do we do a lot of damage to our feet. It's actually why I started yoga, as my feet hurt when I got out of bed in the morning. I turned 40. The pain was crazy because I was running, pounding, doing all these things, and I started yoga and I have no more pain in my feet. And then release. Hopefully you felt that in the arches of your feet. Let's come to our back, bridge or wheel. So bring your feet a little bit closer to your hips and walk your hips up. And then once you get there, see if you can walk your shoulder blades together in the back a little bit more. Some of you might want more of a challenge. You might want to lift your right leg. If you have the right leg lifted, switch and lift your left leg. Chin to your chest and release. Let's do one more. You might want to try wheel this time. Please don't do it if you've never done it before. You can really, really hurt your neck. All right? Bridge is just as effective. You lift those hips up, shimmy those shoulders. So sometimes I just know from my practice whether wheel is a good idea. And I eliminate my ego and say, oh, I have to do wheel. I do it if it feels right. Hi, baby. So take away your ego. You get stronger. And then release. Soles of your feet together, just how we started class. Knees are wide, Supta Baddha Konasana. This time, take your hand to your abdominal, right on top of your abdominal muscles, and under your heart, slow the breath down. Oh. Thank you for that. That was lovely. Where's your father? Where's your dad? And then release out of that. I want you to take gently, take your legs over your head for plow. If your toes touch the earth, then bring your hands to your low back. If your toes don't touch the earth, keep your hands right here. And now lift those legs straight up, hands to your low back. See if you can lift, get your hips over top of your shoulders, pull your core in. Drop your knees to your hips. And now you're going to slowly roll out. Bring your right leg over top. We did this in the practice when we did tree. Your right foot comes off the left knee. Press the right knee away from your body. If you want a deeper stretch, bring your left thigh in towards you. And then switch sides. Right thigh comes in towards you, left knee pushes away. And now if you have another stretch, go for another stretch. If you want to get into Shavasana, get into Shavasana. Honor your body. I have a reading I'm going to read. I always try to do this in class. And if you want any of these reading, I could certainly send them to you at any time. Find your way to Shavasana. If you're not there already. I pray that the next time a friend grabs me and pulls me in for a hug, I actually take the time to appreciate the gift of their embrace. I pray that when school resumes and people are dropping kids off, they take time to thank the staff for the amazing gift that they are giving to our community. I pray that the next time I'm sitting in a crowded restaurant, I take the time to look around at the smiling faces, loud voices, and thank God for the gift of community. I pray that next time I'm standing in church listening to the voices of praise and worship, that I take a moment to thank God for the gift of congregation. I pray that the next time I see a person or a situation that needs prayer, I hope I pray as passionately as I have these past few weeks. I'm just staying in Shavasana today to end practice. I want you to take a moment to think of someone who needs your prayer. Your thoughts today. Just staying in your Shavasana. I thank you all very much for joining me today, this Wednesday. It's been a lot of weeks that we have been without touch, without hearing our friends, our loved ones. Continue to stay strong. I know this is ebbing and flowing and we have a lot of highs and lows. Stay strong through this, and remember, our videos are there for you, your friends, your family. Please spread the word. Let everyone know that we have a variety of different things for people looking for things to do, keep them positive. Our instructors are doing a great job. I really appreciate all of them. And I appreciate you for continuing to check in. Have an awesome Wednesday.
Thank you, Allison. I love you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
I'm gonna write.
I'll see you again soon. Huh?
Oh, you will.
Yeah. You're still in
Take good
Baltimore.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. When the music stopped, I was here.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I love you, Allison.
Love you. Have a great day.
You too. Take care.
So.